Good afternoon. I hope that you're doing well. I hope that you're doing great. And I hope that you're looking after yourself and always putting yourself first. Today, I wanted to talk about making people respect your space. I think this is a very important topic, and it's a topic that comes very close to my heart, especially. You've got to make sure that people respect your space. And what type of people am I talking about? In the common sense term of maybe today's societal expectations, you might think I'm talking about maybe a girlfriend or an ex, but it's a lot more than that. How about your co-workers? I mean, maybe that one was obvious. How about your parents? Maybe not so obvious. Your father, your mother, extended family members such as your cousins, your aunties, your grandmother. But then you might ask me, well, Jermaine, why would I force expectations of my space onto those that I love? And I think that's a massive misconception that I made growing up, thinking that because people were close to me, because people were by definition blood, that I shouldn't expect space from them. Or I should feel guilty for requesting space. And you know what? This isn't necessarily just my fault. When you're growing up and you may not have noticed this happening to you, and this may not have been on purpose, it's just somehow sometimes how broken people break people, is that your parents would step in on your space or tell you that you're being too demanding or too, I mean, secretive in some sort of sense, or maybe that you're not being respectful in how you're trying to come across or explain how something that's being done to you is something you don't like. And as a result, you're not supposed to have boundaries or you're not supposed to have space. And what that does is that it creates this pattern of people pleasing and not speaking on your own, I guess, preferences and things that you dislike. When you don't fundamentally allow people to respect your space, they look at you as a person that isn't able to stand up for what they want or what they don't like about something. So, for example, take a point in your life where something's happened and you've decided not to speak on it. Maybe it could be with anybody or anything, maybe with somebody like a friend or maybe an acquaintance. They've done something, you haven't said anything because you've given them the benefit of the doubt. Immediately in their mind, as opportunistic individuals as humans are, they look at that and say, this person is weak, let me do it again. This isn't something that's exclusive to bad people. This is something that's exclusive to all people. Once we see we can take advantage of something, we have the tendency to keep on doing it over and over again. And so what happens is when you allow certain behaviors to happen continuously throughout your childhood or throughout your adulthood, it frames you as this type of person in their eyes. And not only in their eyes, but also in your own eyes. Creating this, I'd say, person or this identity that you're subconsciously unaware of because it's something that you've created by, I guess, your own ignorance. And then again, because you were a child and you couldn't differentiate and say otherwise. As you get to a certain age and you want to change things in your life and you want to become a better person, you want to become more assertive, you want to become more, I guess, happy in your own skin, being able to speak on things and not feel disrespected, you're going to have to break those boundaries and break those, I guess, as implemented kind of rules that have been put into your life without your consent. And it gets to a point where it gets quite difficult because now you've got to retrain and redo all these things again that have made you a specific type of person. And what makes this even more harder is that people begin to then look at you differently. They begin to say, "Oh, somebody's got the balls now. Oh, somebody can finally step up and actually start speaking." And it makes you kind of insecure and, I guess, a bit afraid in a sense because one, you're stepping in uncharted territory, and two, it seems as if these backsided, snarky comments are making you feel like you're the bad person, that you're the one that's making a mistake. How dare you stand up for yourself or for your boundaries or for your space? You're not like that. You was never that person. You were the person that always, bended to the beck and will of my demands, of my, you know, rules. You've got to understand that that's simply a test and a part of life. Don't give up so easily once you begin to express your need for space and your need for, I guess, respect. in certain aspects of your life. There will be bounce back, there will be pushback. But once that pushback is done, you'll start to see that shift in respect to the people that are around you. And I think one of the most difficult things about this whole process is that it hurts, especially with family members. So, for example, I haven't had the best relationship with my mother growing up. However, when I've obviously put myself forward and I felt to myself, I desire that respect, it's created turbulence between our relationship and it does truly upset me. And as a younger person that's trying to do the best for the relationship of my own mother and my other family members, obviously, it feels like it's not supposed to be my job. But at the same time, you've got to make a choice. It's either you do it now or it never happens. And if you're the type of person where you are watching this video and you want things to improve and you want to be better, you want to you know change things for your life for the better and become the type of person that you've always aspired to be, you can't sit around and say, oh, maybe one day. And it sounds cliche, but it's a lot more honest and more just more than what you think. You think that it's all going to fall into your hands, that you're going to be able to just hopefully pray, and one day people are going to say, oh, you know what, maybe I should respect your boundaries, maybe I should give you your space. It's never going to happen like that. It's always going to have to be you separating yourself from people. It's going to have to be you being assertive and telling people, well, no, I don't like that. You got to step away and think about how you're treating me. It's either you treat me correctly or you don't speak to me at all. And it seems quite, I don't know, even speaking about it now, it seems quite aggressive. But you've got to have that aggressiveness with your life, sorry. You can't have this passivity that you've had for so long, because it's gotten you exactly where you are right now. And where you are right now, hopefully, isn't where you want to stay. So yeah.